Hey everyone, how is it going? This is Silky, and as promised, we are continuing the dirt path today and leading it up to Able Sisters. So I am picking up where I left off. We're gonna go ahead and sort of push this little cliff area back just because I want to be able to put in some more trees, and I don't want the path that's below me to be a straight line, but more of like this imperfect, rounded path that's kind of diagonal in a way. Just to make it more realistic, So basically what I'm going to do here, and this video, just so you know, if you didn't notice already, it is going to be sped up for the majority of the way through because there's a lot that we're doing in it. And honestly, before I sped this up, it was like coming in at like an hour and a half. So for your sanity and my own, we're going to keep it in the 20-minute range. So yeah, we're gonna have to destroy this river over here just a bit because you think that you don't have to destroy things that much in order to be able to put trees in, but trees are so temperamental that I just want to push it back as much as I can to make sure that I do it right on the first try and I don't have to worry about putting things in and then realizing it's wrong and then having to redo it again. And I wanted to make this cliff circular still because I really liked the way it looked with one circle on top of another circle. And as I'm looking at this, I'm realizing that it is still way too big. So I think I need to... Let's just get rid of this stuff and then we'll push it back more. I'm really excited that I have this new idea in my head to make this a really lush area because sometimes I get sort of discouraged seeing all of these really pretty islands that all of you share on Twitter. And every time I try to do something, I'm like, ugh, I don't like how I did that. It doesn't look great. So I'm happy that I finally have this solid idea in my head and I can start working on that because it makes the game fun. When you're in a mood where you're discouraged and don't know what to do, it can make you want to put down the game. And I put out that video on resetting the other day, and after making it I was like, oh, I kind of want to reset my game. But I keep telling myself, no, you have a good thing going, you're starting to decorate, and things are looking good. You have this cute little forest to look forward to. So I'm gonna hold back for now on resetting my game and sort of just focus on the fact that I'm finally enjoying the designs that I'm doing. And just so you know what I'm up to right now, I'm sort of figuring out how this path is going to continue to go up instead of straight. So as I'm putting down the path and figuring out how the flow is, I'm like, okay, let me first decorate it and then we can work on cutting back that cliff a little more. Because it's really hard to honestly eyeball it when there's nothing down on the ground. So this is making it just a little bit easier for myself. You know what? I want to go home and get rid of all of this stuff that is in my inventory. I didn't even know how I got so full. So let's get rid of this stuff so we don't have an issue with the pockets or anything like that. Also, question, how do you all organize your inventory? Do you keep your tools at the top, on the left, like I do, or do you do something different? Do you keep them at the bottom? Usually when I get trees, I like to leave them at the bottom. I don't know why, it just helps me organize it better, I guess. But yeah, I'm curious, do any of you do any interesting organizational things with your pockets? I would love to know that. Alright, let's clear off this area right here because obviously we know it's going to be in the way of the path, which is now moving up more. Wow, that circle looks so cute, it's perfect. But we have to get rid of it. As I'm looking at how straight this path was, with the fencing being straight and then the trees lining it, I realize that when I do things that are sort of perfect in that sense, where everything is all aligned, everything is even with each other, I start to get bored. I guess I like the idea in this game at least that having things be imperfect and sort of all over the place and not symmetrical is sort of cute and it works better for me. Okay, so let's continue to build this path up a little bit more now that we have the space to do so. Honestly, I think I'll just get rid of this altogether because I am in no mood to destroy that river that's behind it to be able to push back a circular cliff enough where trees can still grow. I think it's fine. Honestly, I mean, the trees are gonna sort of block what the cliff looks like anyway, so I'm not too discouraged about that. This is looking good so far. I'm excited. So we need to get rid of this fence, and then we need to definitely get rid of those trees coming up on the left there. But before we do it, let's just extend this path a bit more so we know exactly what needs to leave and what can sort of stay there. Okay, so obviously this tree right here is going to be the first to go. So let's get rid of that. And these flowers and the lamppost, and we'll clear off some of this path over here. Ooh, okay, so that looks kind of cute. And there we go. All right, so that's leading up pretty well. I actually want to make like a sort of fork in the road right here. And let's see, maybe we can have some cliff here, and maybe I can put like a cute waterfall or something. Obviously, I need to make a little circular cliff above it, and we can put the waterfall there. Perfect. Okay, so I just want to go to Nook's Cranny really quickly so I can get some more cherries and we can continue moving the trees around. And we'll dig some up from over here. All right, perfect. Let's get back to it. So I'll put these trees here. And I'll add some bushes and flowers. And then we have these little QR code flowers. And then I'll just put in this leaf pile. All right, let's head over to this other side now and add some flowers and trees. You know what? I actually don't like how you can't really see the path because that tree's in the way, so let me get rid of that and I'll put a bush in its place instead. And now we need to liven up this space right here because it's a little bare, so I'll put some flowers down. And I love this rotten turnip because when ants spawn on it, it's sort of like the ants are crossing over the path, and I really like that idea. I think it's super cute. And we'll just put a little pool of water right here. Okay, this looks really good. Put another leaf pile over here. Put the street lamps on the side just because the path is a little narrow now and you're not going to be able to walk through if the lamppost is in the way. I don't know how I feel about the bench. Let's actually extend this path that leads to that tiny beach, just so people know that they can actually walk over there, because it's sort of hidden now by the trees, so extending the path will make things a little bit more clear for people. I'm really digging this little fork in the road. And you all know what that means. Now I'm gonna have to sort of start decorating that part. I might do a little bit of that in this video. Before I do that, let me just go on this cliff and liven it up a little bit with some trees and flowers and things, because people are still going to be able to see that area as they're walking through. Perfect, okay. Let's add that fence back in. Able Sisters is going to have to be done eventually as well, but that is for another day. Alright, so that area right there was still sort of straight, so let me just give the trees a little bit more character by not putting them all in a line together. Alright, I'm pretty satisfied with this. Now let's take all of this stuff that was on this side of the cliff and we'll bring it down, because in order to put trees on the bottom, I'm gonna have to destroy part of this cliff here so they can actually fit in. Let's see, hopefully I'll get this right on the first try here. Now let's destroy some of this path and we can make it less straight. We'll put in some diagonal pieces here. And then I'm going to create another little area where there's sort of a fork in the road, so you can either go to the left or you can go down into the town square. Alright, I'm going to have to destroy this cliff a little more because I'm realizing now that I still do not have enough space to fit some more trees in there, and I don't like the idea of there being such an empty area. So that should be good now. Yep, it is. Perfect. Okay, let's spruce this up. I'm gonna have to do something with this fencing over here and the waterfall and stuff. So all of this is probably gonna have to go. Okay, let's have this body of water empty into the other one. And this is the dirt path that actually leads down to the town square, and right there you can see on the left I had that playground. Now that I think about it, that's probably gonna have to move. Alright, let's start adding this path in. I'm probably gonna mess up and not get it right on the first try to get that sort of fork in the road there, but we're gonna do our best. What do you think of the diagonal line there? Do you think it looks cute so small like that? I can't figure out if I like it. Okay, this area is all set up with the path now. Let's start adding some trees in here and some flowers. Get rid of the fence. Oof, this is like a big job, getting rid of all that I've built up and rearranging it, especially with the trees. I mean, it could get super annoying digging them up, eating more fruit, digging them up again. I'm gonna actually run to my house and get some fruit. I don't feel like going back to Nook's Cranny right now. And you know what? While I'm here, let me get some items that we can use to decorate this area that we've been working on. Let me get some more of these pine trees here. Some of these flowers and bushes, and we're off. Cute, so I like the idea of lining this path with the street lights, just so it's still bright for everyone that's using it, even though it is really shaded from all of these trees. So I think I'm done terraforming for the night. I'm gonna finish off this video just putting in some of those items I took from my house, like the street lights and stuff. Just kidding, it's actually kind of bothering me that this path isn't exactly what I wanted right here. There we go, I fixed that, and wow, look at all of this progress we've done for the past 2 Let's Plays. This is amazing. I'm really loving it. So obviously I'm going to continue building up this area using the new path and all that good stuff. But for now, let's call it a night and we will pick it back up in the next Let's Play. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you soon.